As Euro 2024 is happening, the transfer window is also in motion. Newcastle are busy, looking to sacrifice one or two superstars in order to avoid a points deduction for breaching Premier League rules. Today we are going to break down all the rumors regarding Chelsea's potential £115 million offer for Newcastle United's prolific striker. Uncover the exclusive details as Newcastle agree £40 million deal, but move in doubt due to player demands. Reveal how Newcastle have made move for defender as Italian club name their price. As well as Newcastle being set to complete the signing of Serbia midfielder Miodrag Pivas.
Perfect.
Find out the exciting news regarding Anthony Gordon at Euro 2024. Plus, we'll also unveil the Turkish club keen on summer move for Newcastle man who Eddie Howe loves. Join us as we uncover the latest Newcastle United news. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell because you won't want to miss a single moment of this incredible journey.
Let's go.
Starting off, according to Fabrizio Romano, Newcastle United are close to adding a talented young Serbian player to their academy ranks. The Magpies have held positive talks with 19-year-old Miodrag Pivas and his agent, and are hoping to finalize the signing in the coming days. Pivas, who currently plies his trade in the Serbian Superliga with FK Jedinstvo UB, was spotted by a fan outside St. James's Park, indicating that negotiations between the player and the club are well underway. The youngster's contract is set to expire soon, making him an attractive target for Newcastle. Standing at an impressive 6'2", Pivas is capable of playing both as a centre-back and in the defensive midfield role as a number 6. His combination of size, versatility, and potential has caught the attention of the Magpies, who are eager to bolster their academy ranks. This potential signing comes as part of a significant shakeup at the Newcastle United Academy earlier this summer. Several young players, including Will Brown, Jude Smith, Jordan Hackett, Matthew Bonswell, Lucas De Boll, Kyle Crossley, Dylan Stevenson, Sean Mavididi, and Rodrigo Vilca were released. However, the club is also set to hand professional contracts to a number of academy prospects, including Adam Harrison, Aidan Harris, Johnny Emerson, Anthony Munda, Scott Bailey, Sean Neve, Dylan Charlton, Rory Powell, Harry Powell, Josh Donaldson, and Darren Palmer. The addition of Pivas would further strengthen the Magpies' youth setup. Academy chief Steve Harper recently commented on the club's commitment to developing young talent, stating, "I would also like to congratulate the players who have agreed new contracts. The hard work continues and it gets tougher every year as they look to continue their development, but they should all take great pride in this recognition and use it as motivation for the season ahead." The potential signing of Miodrag Pivas, a highly rated Serbian youth international, would be a significant coup for Newcastle United as they continue to invest in and nurture their future talent. Then moving on, according to The Guardian, Newcastle United have made an approach to AC Milan regarding a potential transfer for defender Fikayo Tomori. The report indicates that the former Chelsea centre-back has been linked with a move to Tyneside in the Italian press this month, and now the story has been picked up by The Guardian's Ed Aarons. Aaron states that AC Milan are currently demanding a fee in excess of £40 million for the 26-year-old defender. It remains unclear at this stage whether Newcastle and Milan will be able to reach a compromise on the transfer fee. Tomori would appear to be a player that fits the profile Newcastle manager Eddie Howe is looking for. The right-footed centre-back would add much-needed pace and athleticism to the Magpies' backline, while also bringing Premier League experience from his time at Chelsea. Over the past few seasons, Tomori has established himself as a regular in AC Milan's starting 11, helping the Italian club win the Serie A title in 2022. He has also represented Milan in the Champions League and Europa League. It's worth noting that although Tomori has often played as a left-sided centre-back during his time at the San Siro, he is right-footed and capable of featuring on both sides of the central defense. The potential arrival of Tomori would bolster Newcastle's defensive options as they look to build on their impressive 2022-23 campaign, where they secured a top-4 finish in the Premier League and qualified for the Champions League. However, with AC Milan's substantial asking price, it remains to be seen whether Newcastle will be able to reach an agreement with the Italian club, or if they will need to explore alternative defensive targets in the summer transfer window. Then, in a surprising turn of events, it appears that Newcastle United's proposed £40 million transfer deal for Gambian winger Yankuba Minteh may be in jeopardy. According to latest reports, the 19-year-old has refused to seal a move to French club Lyon, despite the two clubs having reached an agreement. The Sun's Matt Hughes reports that Newcastle had struck a £40 million agreement with Lyon for Minteh's transfer. However, the young winger is said to be unwilling to join the League One side and has declined the opportunity to discuss personal terms, as he is adamant about remaining in the Premier League. This would be the second potential move that has collapsed for Minteh over the past week. Earlier, Everton's pursuit of the player was called off after Newcastle pulled out of talks to sign Toffee's striker Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Newcastle are under pressure to raise funds before the profit and sustainability deadline on June 30th, and it was believed that Minteh had been identified as a suitable player to sacrifice in order to avoid a points deduction for breaching Premier League rules. However, the report states that Minteh has informed Newcastle's officials that he will not be forced into a transfer that does not align with his preferences, despite being aware of the club's need to sell in the coming days. This development is a significant setback for Newcastle, as they were hoping to secure a substantial fee for the talented youngster to help them navigate the profit and sustainability regulations. The club's hierarchy will now have to explore alternative options to raise the necessary funds, or risk facing potential penalties for exceeding the league's financial guidelines. It remains to be seen whether Newcastle will be able to convince Minteh to reconsider his stance or if they will have to explore alternative transfer options in the final days of the summer window. Furthermore, according to recent developments, Chelsea are interested in securing the services of Newcastle United striker Alexander Isak this summer. The 24-year-old Swedish international has caught the attention of the Blues after an impressive debut season at St. James's Park, where he scored 21 Premier League goals. Isak's stock has risen significantly since joining Newcastle from Real Sociedad in a club record £63 million deal last August. The striker's goal-scoring exploits have led to him being widely regarded as one of the best young talents in world football, with previous links to Arsenal and Barcelona. According to various sources, Chelsea have held initial conversations with Newcastle regarding a potential summer transfer for Isak. The Blues are said to be willing to pay a substantial fee, potentially exceeding the £115 million they shelled out for Moises Caicedo last summer, to secure the services of the Swedish forward. However, Isak has repeatedly expressed his satisfaction and enjoyment playing for Newcastle, and there is currently no expectation that he will seek a move away from the Magpies. "I don't want to entertain these types of questions and rumors," said Isak when asked directly about his future towards the end of last season. "It's not my position. I love playing. There's no focus on a possible move. I just want to do well for the team." The striker is under contract at St. James's Park until 2028, having signed a 6-year deal when he joined the club. Newcastle are believed to be keen on retaining Isak's services and have already begun discussions over a potential new contract. The club's hierarchy recognizes the significant development Isak has undergone since his arrival, and a new deal would reflect his importance as arguably the team's most valuable player. While Newcastle would prefer to keep Isak, the club has acknowledged that every player has a price, particularly with the Premier League's profit and sustainability rules, PSR, coming into play. This could potentially open the door for a lucrative sale should Chelsea make an offer that Newcastle cannot refuse. Arsenal were previously linked with a move for Isak, but the Gunners are yet to make any formal approach to Newcastle regarding the striker. Overall, it remains to be seen whether Chelsea's interest will materialize into a concrete bid, and if so, whether Newcastle will be willing to part ways with their prized asset. The Magpies are keen to retain Isak's services as they look to build on their impressive 2022-23 campaign and potentially secure a return to European competition. Then, according to Turkish media, Trabzonspor could be eyeing a summer move for Newcastle United's influential defender Fabian Schar. The 32-year-old Swiss international has become a crucial part of Eddie Howe's Newcastle side, making 47 appearances last season and contributing 5 goals from the heart of the Magpies' defense. Signed for a mere £3 million from Deportivo La Coruña in 2016 by former manager Rafa Benitez, Schar has transformed his fortunes under the guidance of Howe, who has managed to revive the defender's career after he was left to rot under the previous regime. Schar's amazing ability to recover from injuries, his solid defensive skills, and his tendency to contribute in the attacking third have made him an indispensable part of Newcastle's backline. Considering the recent injuries to Jamal Lascelles and Sven Botman, which will keep them out until Christmas at the earliest, the Magpies are unlikely to entertain the idea of parting ways with Schar this summer. While the reports from the Turkish media outlet Karadeniz Gazete via Sport Witness suggest Trabzonspor's interest in the Swiss defender, it is highly unlikely that Newcastle will greenlight such a move, especially with the team needing to strengthen their defensive options ahead of the new campaign. The only scenario where this transfer could potentially materialize is if a significant fee is offered, which could help address Newcastle's alleged profit and sustainability rules issues. However, given Schar's importance to Howe's plans and the Magpies' reluctance to weaken their backline further, this seems like an unlikely outcome. Fabian Schar's experience, leadership, and overall contribution to the team make him a valuable asset for Newcastle, and the club will be keen to retain his services as they look to build upon their impressive performances from the previous season and potentially challenge for a top 4 finish in the Premier League. Then, in a late massive update ahead of England's upcoming Euro 2024 knockout stage match, Manchester City star Phil Foden has temporarily left the national team's camp in Germany to return to the UK due to a pressing family matter. The English Football Association (FA) confirmed Foden's departure on Wednesday afternoon, stating that the 24-year-old has temporarily left the England camp and returned to the UK for a pressing family matter. Foden, who has started all 3 of England's group stage games so far, has been a regular fixture in Gareth Southgate's starting 11, deployed on the left side of the team's front 3. However, his absence in the lead-up to the upcoming round of 16 clash is not ideal for England's preparation. Should Foden not be able to rejoin the squad before the weekend, his place in the starting lineup could be filled by Newcastle United's Anthony Gordon. The 22-year-old winger has been pushing for more playing time, and he may now get his chance to shine on the world stage. Gordon, who was given a brief cameo appearance in England's 0-0 draw with Slovenia on Tuesday, has expressed his frustration at the limited minutes he has received so far, but has also demonstrated his eagerness to make an impact when given the opportunity. It's frustrating because I want to play. I think every player here does. It's difficult because you've got so many good players, Gordon said after the Slovenia match. But watching from the sideline at any game at any level is hard. You just want to come on the pitch because you feel you can make an impact. I felt I did when I came on. I tried to get at people and be direct and cause problems in the few minutes I got. And I'll always try and do that, said Anthony Gordon. With Foden's sudden departure, the stage may be set for Gordon to potentially make his first start for England in their round of 16 clash, which is scheduled to take place on Sunday in Gelsenkirchen against one of the best third-placed finishers from Groups D, E, or F. This unexpected development could provide a significant opportunity for the young Newcastle forward to showcase his talents on the international stage and potentially cement his place in Southgate's plans as England look to progress deeper into the tournament. Then finally, in an exciting development that will make you happy, if you would want to know the left-sided centre-back Newcastle has recently signed from their Premier League rivals, click the video link on screen now.